Hey guys, my name is Neel and welcome to Neel Workshop Zone. So in this episode we're going to be talking about how the formula of an object is derived. So in the previous episodes we talked about the formulas for a lot of shapes such as cone, cuboid, etc. So if you haven't checked it out, I recommend checking out those episodes. But in this episode we'll talk about how we actually got the formula. So in this episode we're going to be talking about how we got the formula for the shape cube. So without further ado, let's talk about it. So first of all, what is a cube? A cube is a figure or a three-dimensional figure which has 6 equal sides. Draw this real quick. Okay, so let's just say this is a cube. So in a cube, we have 6 sides, right? So we have the upper part, the left, and the right, the bottom part, and 2 sides on the other side. So this is how a cube looks like. It has 6 sides in total. So how do you get the formula of cube, which is 6l square or 6a square? How do we get that formula? So since a cube is made up of 6 equal squares, so for example, let's say by putting all these together we get a cube, because by adding 6 equal squares we get a cube. So first of all, the formula for finding out the area of a square is L into B, or side into side, or length into length, or let's just say L into L or S into S. So to find out the formula of one square, the formula is S into S or L into L, or let's write L into L is equal to L square. So this is how this is the formula for finding out the surface area of a square. So now we have 6 congruent squares, so we have 6 similar squares which has the same L, but there are 6 of them. So when you multiply L square, which equals to the side of one, which is equal to the area of one square, into 6 of them, we get 6 into L square is equal to 6 L square. So this is how we get the formula for the cube. And now that we have talked about how we can get the surface area of a cube, now let's talk about the curved surface area. So the curved surface area is actually pretty simple, because the curved surface area actually doesn't count the bases. So this upper part and the bottom part isn't counted. So only 4 sides are counted as the surface area of a cube. So in that case, since we are not counting all 6 sides and only 4 sides, it'll turn into 4l square or 4a square, and due to that we have to rub away 2 squares. So now we have to multiply l square into 4 and it becomes 4l square. So this is how we can find out the surface area, or the total surface area and the curved surface area of a cube. Now let's talk about how we can find out the volume of a cube. So basically, if you take a thin sheet of paper, so when you take a thin sheet of paper, to find out the surface area of it, you need to multiply length into breadth, or side into side. So let's say we have a square sheet which you get something like this, and let's say this is kept in this angle, but when you flip it, it has a rectangular position or a square position. So to get this, you need to multiply S into S is equal to S square. So this is the formula for finding out the surface area. But imagine we start stacking multiple of these square sheets or something like this. Now we have a new measurement, which is the height. So now we have to multiply not only the length and the breadth, but also the height. So S into S, and since length is side is equal to side, or it's more of side into height, which we can also take as side. Since now we have three measurements, which also includes the length, or one side, the other side, and now also height, we can multiply s into s into s is s cube or a cube. So that is how we can find out the volume of a cube. It's basically where when you stack multiple square sheets on top of another, it basically forms a cube, right? It has four sides and the top and the bottom part. And since a cube, let's just say hypothetically, is made up of not only length and breadth or side and side, but also height, that is the reason the formula for the volume of a cube will be s cube or a cube. So yeah, hope you understood this. If you still didn't understand that, I think you should understand the basics, because to understand this, I've talked about this in my cube episode, and by watching that video, this way I think you'll understand how it works, and we'll also delve more into this as we move on into the later problem sums. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new videos. And that's it, folks, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.